This isn't clickbait. I really got a property, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for free. Yes, free. I paid $0 for it. I didn't put any money into it. I literally got this house for free. I remember driving around this area and I kept seeing this property, this house. It had tall grass. You can tell it's been vacant for a while. And I kept looking at it. So you know what? I'm going to see if I can call the owner. And so at the time I had been, just sending out mail, looking on, I think it was been verified, trying to find the owners. I spoke to some neighbors and it turns out that the owner had passed away. And his wife passed away as well. So there were 2 deceased people. So now I'm saying, you know what? Lost the deal. I can't find anybody. But I remember a mentor of mine, put into my head. He said, hey, what can happen if you just keep going? So I thought about that in my head. I said, you know what? What happens if I just keep going? I don't know if I'm going to find anybody, maybe a relative or something like that. But I kept going. And I kept digging. And through my direct mail, I got a phone call back, and it was the son. And we spoke. He was a pastor, so he was a very honest guy, very, very, straightforward guy. And we spoke for about 15 minutes. He gave me the whole backstory. His parents passed away, and the house had just sat. It was sitting for months, and he had already gone in and he had already cleaned the property out, gotten what he wanted out of the property. I said, you know what, sir, if you were to sell it, what do you think you would need for it? He didn't care. He had already cleaned it out. He just didn't want to, be bothered with it. So I asked him if I can get inside to see. He gave me the key and I went in there. The property is in pretty good shape. It was in pretty good shape. Just old, it smelled like, mothball. Y'all know that kind of old smell. But been vacant for a while. There was some mold in there as well, but nothing out of the ordinary. It was livable. Just need to be cleaned out. And I'll see if I have some pictures to kind of show you what it's like prior to me, getting it. So I went back to the son the very next day and we spoke for, a few minutes. And I remember him being just anxious, just, talking a lot. And I said, you know what if I can make this, headache go away? I didn't break up any number, any price or anything. I just said, hey, what if I can make this headache go away? And I was careful with my wording because I knew that I had an opportunity. And so I didn't bring up price. And, he was a very honest man. He said, you know what? You can have it. I don't care what you do with it. I've got what I want out of the property. I'm done with it. And when I heard that, my heart began to kind of, beat really, really quickly because I knew opportunity was there. And so I said, you know what? I can't give you any money, but I can definitely take it off your hands if you would allow me to. He said, sure. And so what I did from there is I immediately emailed my attorney and said, hey, I have a property. I want to do a quick title check on it, title search. And he checked title and found, I think, 2 mortgages, some issues with the county taxes were due on it, and some city judgments here and there. So I knew that the property had some issues with it, but I was okay with that. I know how to negotiate with the city, with banks. I know how to handle situations. So I was okay with that. And as you get, more comfortable in this business and as you begin to grow, you'll just, you'll work through these things. And I had them draft up me a non-warranty deed. They did that and I called the son back one more time. I said, hey, I spoke to my attorney. I have the paperwork ready. If you have any chance to meet me, we can go ahead and get this thing done. It'll take a couple minutes. He said, yeah, I can meet you today. I remember meeting him at Wells Fargo. He banked with Wells Fargo. So we go into the bank and we get the non-warranty deed notarized. And so the house didn't belong to him on paper, but through the laws in my state, through succession, it would have passed down to him since his parents were deceased. So it passed down through him. My attorney did all the paperwork, all the things that need to be done. And he was able to transfer his interest over to me. So now we got everything notarized. I didn't even pay for the notary fee. It was his bank. They did it for free. And I'll put a picture of us actually signing the deed at the bank. I'll never forget it. I took a picture of it. I'll never forget it. And so once we signed it, we shook hands, told him I'll take good care of the property. And now I controlled a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom house with no money out of my pocket. It was a free house, free. And I go there and I start fixing it up. I had a little bit of money saved up from, wholesaling at the time. So first thing we did was clean it out. We cleaned it out and I hired some guys I knew locally. He cleaned it out and we painted, did the basic things. Remember, the house was already livable. So we did basic things. We got it up to speed and I put a renter in there. And I rented it out for $800 per month for a while. So that was my first true deal. I couldn't believe it. I've always heard about people getting free houses. I didn't really believe it, but this is truly a situation where I got the property for free. I didn't pay anything. I didn't even pay for the notary signature. And that's the one property I'm really proud of. That I'm hoping to find more. So if you know any properties that you see anything, reach out to me, DM me on Instagram, or leave me a comment and I'll be sure to get back with you. But listen, these deals are everywhere. You can definitely pick up deals if you know how to negotiate, how to say the correct terminology. Don't always offer someone money. You can use the wording that will say, hey, like I did, hey, what if I can make this property go away? What if I can make this headache go away? There's certain wording you have to say to understand, people's situation. Not everyone is going to be motivated to sell a property, but it's up to you to build that rapport like I did, to be as honest as possible and to help that person. So again, that's probably my favorite deal that I've ever done in this business. But if I can do it, trust me, you all can do it the same way I did. And just think, what if you find one of those, two of those per year? That can be life-changing. I'm telling you, it can be life-changing and it will be life-changing. But what I'm going to ask for everybody here is to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. Let's go back and forth. How do you think I did? Should I have asked more questions? Did I go about this properly? Is this clickbait? You tell me. But I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that this guy was happy. I was happy. The bank was happy. The city was happy. So all the way around, this was a deal that was a win-win-win for everybody involved. And I hope I can find more like it. But do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.